Hello students. Today we are continuing to talk about the needs of living things. So take a look around you, think about your life. What are some things you need to survive? I know I get really thirsty if I don't drink water, and sometimes I get really hungry if I haven't eaten in a while. And when it starts to rain and thunder, there's something that I need to keep me safe and happy and alive. So think about those things as we go through our lesson today. As a review, our standards focus this week is to compare and contrast the basic needs of all living things. Our objective, we are going to identify the basic needs of plants and animals. We've started that a little bit already. Our essential question, how can you describe the needs of plants? We talked about that last week as well. What do animals need to survive? And how can you explain why a living thing would not survive if their basic needs were not met? And our vocabulary is living, non-living, plant, animal, food, energy, water, air, shelter, and need. Alright, here's our PowerPoint for this week. It is called Basic Needs of Living Things. And here's the standard that we are focusing on this week. It says, compare and contrast the basic needs of all living things, including humans, need for survival. Basic needs. A need is something that a living thing has to have to live and survive. Remember, a living thing is a plant, animal, or person. Basic needs of a plant. So plants need air and sunlight and water. Animals. Basic needs of an animal. Water, food, space, and shelter. Excuse me. What do animals eat? So, different animals eat different things. Different animals eat different things. Match each animal to what it eats. So down here we have a rabbit, a cow, a fish, and a horse. Let's see, what do they eat? A rabbit eats a carrot. A cow, you see them grazing in the field. They're usually chomping down on some grass. A fish has fish food. And a horse eats apples. Basic needs of a you. So humans, take a deep breath. You provided your body with air. You need air to live. Did you eat this morning? Turn and tell your neighbor what you had for breakfast. I forgot to eat breakfast. I'm waiting on lunch to come around. So right now my tummy is grumbling because we are hungry, because we need food to live. Basic needs of you. You need shelter. A shelter is a safe place to live, sleep, stay warm and safe. So we all have different needs. Okay, here I have a story we're going to read, and then we have some questions to answer about it. Sorry, my ink went very wonky. So I'm going to have my computer read it to us so we can understand what in the world this would say. Don't worry, I just bought new ink, so we'll be all set next week. Alright, so listen as our person reads to us. It's called What Do Plants Need?
What Do Plants Need? By Rochelle Kreisman. Plants are living things. they depend on water and light to help them grow. But how do plants find what they need? They get it from the world around them. Plants get water from the soil. They get light from the sun. Many plants have roots, stems, and leaves. Roots keep a plant attached to the soil and help the plant take in water. Water moves up the plant's stem to the leaves. The stem also supports the plant so it stays up straight. Leaves take in light energy from the sun. The leaves use water, light energy, and a gas called carbon dioxide to make glucose. Glucose is a kind of sugar. It is food for the plant. Yes, plants make their own food. They use it to grow.
Okay. Now, we can answer our questions. This is the same passage that we read last week, but we have some different questions to answer about it today. All right, let's take a look at number 1. Number 1.
Plants depend on water to help them grow. What else do they depend on to help them grow?
Oh boy, she sounds like Siri. Plants depend on water to help them grow. What else do they depend on to help them grow? We know they need water, nutrients, and light. Number 2, a stem supporting a plant is a cause. What is an effect of a stem supporting a plant? So the stem causes our plant to do what? To stay up straight. Number 3, plants get what they need from the world around them. What evidence in the article supports this statement? Glucose is a kind of sugar that plants use for food. Plants get the water they need from the soil they are in. Or plants are living things that need water to help them grow. Which one of these tells us they get what they need from the world around them? B. It says plants get the water they need from the soil they are in. So the soil they are in is part of the world around them. Number 4. Which parts of a plant help the plant get what it needs? The stem and the leaves, the roots, stem, and leaves, or the leaves only? We know all of the parts are important for them. Number 5. Jeez. What is the main idea of this article? Glucose is a kind of sugar that plants use for food. No, that's not the main idea. It's just one part of it. The leaves of a plant take in light energy from the sun. Nope, just a part of it. Or C. Plants use water and light to help them grow. C. Alright, so we're almost done. Number 6. Read these paragraphs from the article. Plants are living things. They depend on water and light to help them grow. But how do plants find what they need? They get it from the world around them. Plants get water from the soil. They get light from the sun. What does the phrase depend on mean here? Depend on. They depend on water and light to help them grow. So that means they need it to help them grow. Number 7. Choose the answer that best completes the sentence. Plants need water, blank, they take in water from the soil. So, because, or but. So, they take in water from the soil. Okay, I'm going to skip these for now. We'll come back to them later. So to wrap up what we learned today, we learned about needs. Living things have needs. They have basic needs, such as water, food, sometimes sunlight, like plants need sunlight. A need is something that a living thing has to live and survive. And we know a living thing is a plant, person, or an animal. Last week we also learned about our plants that need water, air, and sunlight. And yeah, those are our living things. Then we'll talk more about non-living things tomorrow. Our plants are living things.